Hey guys, it's Sean, Autotopia LA. We are at the top of Stunt Road up here in the Santa Monica Mountains. Behind me is the valley, and then if I flip this way, we got the beach. This is just top of the world, man, and what a great road. And not just a great road, but it's a great road to drive that on. What is it? Shelby GT350R, but not just a GT350R, no. This is the Speedkore GT350R, which means every panel on this car has been replaced with carbon fiber. You guys see me driving a lot of their cars. They're good friends of mine. We do a lot of work together. They are doing carbon fiber as good, if not better, than anyone, which means this car has shed somewhere between 400 and 500 pounds of weight off it. With a car that's only 3,650 pounds, means we're getting the power to weight a little bit more in favor of power. So this is gonna be a blast. I've been given permission by the owner of this car to go pound on it a bit and have some fun and see what it does. So that's what we're doing today. You guys ready to go for a rip with me? Come on, let's do this, man. It's gonna be fun. I'm super excited. I've had this car at my shop for a while. I have driven it, but because it's a client car, I've never driven it hard until today. My client has given me permission to drive the shit out of this thing today, so that's what we're doing. Right away, you gotta like this car, man. I've heard so much about how it drives. You know, you got the tone, obviously. I mean, that flat plane crank motor. I mean, listen to that rumble, right? What a tone, man. Shelby Ford took a lot of inspiration from the 458. That's where the flat plane crank motor comes from. It's not a massive horsepower car. I mean, it's big. It's 526 horsepower and 429 foot-pounds of torque. That tone, gosh. As you get up into the higher zone of the TAC, you know, it really comes to life, it seems like, at around about $6 grand. It's got an 8,200 RPM red line, which is pretty massive. And I've driven mildly on them, but the Pilot Sport Cup 2 tire from Michelin, I mean, we're just starting to warm these up, and right away, there's just nothing but grip. I mean, there's just pure stick. Coming back to the same thing, the tone, man, the note that you hear from this exhaust is just friggin' spectacular. Listen to that car. A lot of people that I've heard doing reviews on this car, they instantly talk about the comparison between this and the ZL1 is this car definitely there's a more visceral experience of this car, for sure. Any of my ZL1 buddies, don't get pissed at me, but the ZL1 works great as a daily drive car, and it's incredible up in the canyons. It does work really well. This car, there's more of a visceral experience of it. That's the word I'm compelled to use. love that I've gotten permission to drive this car the way I've been I love how American muscle cars, in particular with the Shelby cars and the ZL1, it's really moved away from the traditional American V8 that's, you know, big power, great for a straight line, and otherwise kind of lame when you hit turns. Sorry guys, but truth. It's just not the case with this car at all. This car, just feel that f***ing go. It's funny too, I've gotten so used to, the last couple years have been paddle shift cars, from the GTR to the ZL1. And although my heel toe is mildly sloppy, it is fun driving a manual trans car again, I gotta admit. There's definitely an element of being more connected to the car, having to manually shift. This is really, if you guys can't tell from the smile on my face, this is just flat out fun. And I gotta admit, my ZL1, it's so numb because it's so insulated. And I love the car, don't get me wrong, I really think it's a great car. But it is numb and insulated, and you have to be going really fast to know that you're going fast. This car, I'm moving at a decent clip, but you can feel it in this car. This is far from numb. Oh man. After the cameras are done, I might just have to spend the rest of the day driving this thing. You know, another really cool thing that I hadn't even mentioned yet on this car is the wheels. You're looking at a basic spoked wheel, right? It doesn't look like a whole lot. It's not a trick, decorative, pretty kind of rim. It's just a very basic performance, track-ready rim. These are all carbon fiber. A little company out of Australia called Carbon Revolutions. And what's incredible is that these wheels used to be, I can't even remember, I heard something absurd, like 20 grand a piece. Now it's stock on this car. On the 350R comes stock with these carbon fiber wheels, which, you know, when you shed that much weight at the corners of the car, obviously it adds to the performance, to say the least. You guys, this car handles so well. It's a trip to me that we're in an era of modern American muscle cars that are drivable. I mean, really drivable. I'm not getting a ton of body roll. I mean, there's a little bit. Come on, you guys, it's a street car, right? But the body roll is not radical. It grabs. And that tone. I mean, come on. How can you not just fall in love with that tone alone, right? I ain't the first guy doing a video on this car. There's been a lot of them done. Motor Trend channel did a really cool one a while back, comparing the ZL1 to the 350R. I'm doing the same now, but all you're seeing is me driving this, obviously. But in a previous episode, you guys see me out my ZL1, which is an exceptional car. I love that car. And I think as a daily driver, I would rather have that car. But if I was in a position to be able to afford a second American performance muscle car, there's no question. This is so rad. Oh my god, you guys, this car is so fun. All right, you guys, so if you're wondering why there's an Aston Martin DB11 behind me and not a carbon fiber GT350R, well, there's two reasons. Number one is we're shooting this for an upcoming episode, so yes, you're gonna see a DB11 soon. But number two is because the day we shot the episode, which was a while back now, we had so much fun driving that we forgot to shoot an outro. So here's our outro. I hope you guys had a great time in this episode. I had a blast driving that car through the canyons. As you can hear, it screams. The carbon fiber looks exceptional. Got to say a big thanks to the guys at Speedkore and to my buddy Jay for letting me drive the car. Hope you guys had fun in this one, man. We'll see you in the next one. All right, later.